What's good, fellas? Welcome back to Guard MMA. Today, we're just going to be reviewing and giving our reactions to the main card UFC 305, Duplessis versus Adesanya. So, starting off the main card, we had Li Jingliang coming back versus Carlos Prates. This was a welterweight bout. Ali, what you think, man? Give us your reaction.
Yeah, man. I don't think anybody was shocked. Pratis was piecing him up the whole time. He's a hot prospect coming out of Fighting Nerds. They're producing a whole bunch of heavy hitters these days. They got Kyle fighting Cannonier coming up this weekend. They got Thiago Moises in their gym. They got Gene Silva, who just beat up Drew Dober and stopped him, doctor stoppage. You know what I mean? They got a whole bunch of guys on the team right now that are surging in the UFC. Anyways, on to the fight. The Leech, he's coming off of back surgery. It's been about 18 months. He was looking slow and rusty. He was looking very slow and rusty. Prates was hitting him. It felt like he couldn't miss. It felt like there was no air balls. Everything was swishes. He was hitting him with everything. He was hitting him with the kicks. He was keeping the distance. He was piecing him up with the jab. Every time Lee tried to come in close, he hit him with a knee or a hook, cooking him the whole first round. And then into the second round, it was more of the same thing until he hit Leach with he was hitting Leach with a bunch of heavy body kicks, a bunch of leg kicks, hitting him with punches, backed him up against the fence. He had to shell up, had the high guard, and eventually he Prata stepped back, threw a heavy hook, caught him, and he was out cold for like 5 minutes. It's crazy.
That was nasty, man. That was nasty. Seeing like that's never been done before. We never seen the Leech get knocked out before. And Carlos to be the first one to do it, man. That was tough, man. He set him up too. He just kept getting hit, kept getting hit, and then eventually, bro, his body just gave out, man. Just fell asleep, and he was out for a minute. I think at one point Carlos went to pick his legs up and stuff just to help him recover, and then I think they stopped that. I think they stopped that. You seen that part? For a minute
They
too.
had to rub his legs to get the oxygen circulating to his brain. Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy.
That's what happens in them bad knockouts.
But man, talk to us about these fighting nerds, man. These guys are tough, bro.
Yeah, man, they coming in hot. What they got Gene Silva at 45. They got Caio at 85. They got
Tough.
They got Mauricio Rufy at 155. They got Carlos Prates at 170. 45, 55, 170, 185, bro. Four hot
Bro,
guys, hot
bro.
prospects.
Gene Silva, man. That's that boy.
You want to here, get this.
Gene Silva.
Get this. Carlos Prates, 3-0 in the UFC, three finishes. Gene Silva, 3-0 in the UFC, all stoppages. Kyle Barallo, 6-0 in the UFC, four decisions, one submission, one stoppage. These guys are killing. And Mauricio Rufy at 155 is 1-0 with a TKO against Jamie Malarkey. They're cooking right now.
Yeah, these guys are coming up,
Some in
man.
the
Honestly,
water. Some in the
I would never bet against. I'm not a betting guy, but I would never bet against them, man. These guys are coming up now. These guys are
it's,
coming up. They're on the run
it's
right now.
similar to when City Kickboxing was coming up. Remember in the beginning, they would pull up
Bro,
and they would win
they
every
were
fight.
hot. They
Yeah,
were
man.
hot,
These
hot.
things
But
happen in MMA.
I love seeing that. I love seeing that different gyms just coming up, man. I love that. I love that. The sport is just it just shows you the
Nobody's
growth of the
constantly
sport, man.
evolving.
All right, moving on to the next fight, man. You know, one of my favorites right here, man. Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Jarzinho, Biggie Boy, Rosenstrike. Man, Ali, what you think about this one, man?
Yo, this was honestly pretty sad. I picked Ty to win by first round knockout pretty confidently when we were talking about this last time, before leading up to the weekend. I said he's gonna catch him with a big hook and knock him out early. And Jarzinho was looking like Israel Adesanya at heavyweight on Tai Tuivasa. I mean, he was hitting him with everything. He was kicking his body. He was kneeing him up. Every time Ty came in close, he'd pull his head down with the tie collar and just uppercut his shit. Uppercut it. He was looking like Prime DC with that little uppercut shit, bro. It was crazy. He cooked him 30-27. He pieced him up the whole round, every minute, every round. And get this, E. One of the judges said it was 30-27 and tie. That's the crazy
Bro,
shit. I don't even care about the fight.
bro,
The crazy shit about the fight is that the one judge gave it 30-27 to.
bro. That I was like, wait, what? I was like, did I miss this fight? Did we watch two different fights? That's what I was thinking.
They
I
fired
don't
him on
know,
the
man.
spot. David
Yeah,
Shaw, what's his name?
bro, they
Yo,
went up to him.
yo,
They tapped him on the shoulder. They were like, "Yo, come with us."
bro, he heard
They were
30,
like, "Yo, come with
27. He
us,
sent the hit out, and he was out of there in a minute. Minute tops.
bro." What's that dude's name? David Shaw. They don't play out there, man.
Yeah, man.
They don't play out there.
What was the ref's name, man? I got his name somewhere.
Not the ref, not the ref. The head of
Remember
the commissioner out there.
David
You know what
Shaw,
I'm talking about? David Shaw.
Australian cat, right?
Yeah. They don't play
He's
out
the
there, man.
Australian Hunter
Playing.
Campbell.
He wasn't playing out there, bro. Shout out to him though. Shout out to him because that was crazy. But this fight, man. I mean, honestly, we predicted this fight, bro. We predicted this one. We knew Jairzinho was way more technical. Ty was just he don't got the output, man. He's yo. You
Ty
think they're gonna
0
cut him? You think
he's
they're gonna
0
cut him?
5.
5 fights in a row,
0
five L's in a row. He's too much
He's
of
gonna,
a. I know. I
he's
feel like
gonna
he's too
get
much of a
cut,
pound
but we
favorite,
gonna
man.
discuss this in another video. Don't worry about that, my guy. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean?
Moving on then. Moving on, man. We got. This was yo. This one was unpredictable. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, moving on, man. Let me introduce these guys, bro. Mateusz Gamer Gamrot versus Dan the Hangman Hooker, bro. You know, a lot of people were looking forward to this fight, man. I thought this was gonna be pretty boring fight. But tell us, man. Tell us, walk us through it.
Everybody thought Gamrot was about to come in there, hit us with a boring decision, backpack him 30-27. Instead, what happens is round one starts. Gamrot comes right to Dan Hooker's face, starts throwing heavy punches, starts trying to mix in the takedowns. I mean, he came in hot. He came in hot. He dropped Dan Hooker with a jab. He got on top of him, laid fire down, ground and pound. He was all over him. And then with about a minute left, Dan Hooker gets up, and Gamrot still pushing that pace. He's right in his face, right in his face. And Dan Hooker counters with a right hook, drops Gamrot, nearly finishes him at the end of the first round. That round was really close to me because Gamrot was winning the most of the round. But Dan Hooker in the last minute almost finished him. I gave it to Dan Hooker personally, so I have it 10-9 after one. And then in the second round, Gamrot comes out after getting dropped, nearly finished. Hot again. He goes right at Dan Hooker, takes him down, controls him for majority of the round. It was crazy. Gamrot, his chin is crazy. He's a very durable fighter. There's a lot of heart. He doesn't mind committing to the wrestling, even if his takedowns are getting stuff. He'll go for it again and again. He won the second round. We go into the third round. Both guys are huffing and puffing. It's coming down to who got more heart. And Dan Hooker, yo, he started stuffing the takedowns, starts landing the jabs, starts throwing the body kicks, the delayed front kicks to the body, man. That shit was money for Dan Hooker. And he ended up getting a split decision from the judges. It was a crazy
Man,
fight. Fight of the night. Fight of
fight,
the
man. He actually dropped him. Got
he
Mateos
almost
thinking. Yeah, he was threatening him. He was threatening him with that guillotine. He was
yeah.
threatening him with that. So he was making Gamrot. Yo, I've never seen that before. Yeah, yo, these guys working with Alex Jones has been working. It's been paying off.
Greg
I
Jones.
don't know if it's just Alex Jones or
Alex Jones.
my bad. Craig Jones. Craig Jones. My bad.
No, you good. You
Alex Jones. Anyways, bro, these dudes, City Kickbox have been putting in that work.
you good. Keep going, bro.
All right.
Keep going. Keep going.
Now we go, fam. We
Yo,
go, we good.
yo, Bobby, shut the fuck up.
Anyways. So apparently there was a lot of controversy, man, in this fight, bro. Apparently there was a lot of controversy, but I felt like when it comes to damage, and then what was it after the second round? You seen this dude Dan Hooker like a psychopath, just laughing, sitting on his stool, laughing in between rounds as he's getting patched up by the judges or by the cut man.
Yeah.
Bro, that was crazy, bro. This dude. He got that dog in him. I don't care how many fights he loses, man. This dude is always a live underdog. And I felt like you almost won with him in your prediction, man. But then what made you back out, bro?
Yeah, I honestly in the prediction I did say, yo, I feel like Gamrot has a higher chance of winning this fight, a high chance of winning this fight by a
Me
boring
too.
decision. But I felt like the upset threat was there just because Dan Hooker, he's been in the game so long. He's such a seasoned vet. He's fought everybody at 45. He's fought everybody at 55. He's a savage. He's fought Islam Makhachev. He's fought Dustin Poirier. He's fought Michael Chandler. He's fought the who's who. of
Yo,
50
people
bucks.
forget, man. People forget he took that fight on short notice against Islam, man. You gotta put that out there, bro. You gotta
Yeah,
put that out there. Islam,
yeah.
Islam did dominate him, but he took that fight on super short notice. He was not ready. He was basically stuck here, so he's like, "Yo, fuck it, I'll just take another fight."
No, but
That was
what do you think
basically his
about
logic.
Dan Hooker jumping to Gilly to defend? That seems to be a new thing that these fighters are trying to stop these
Bro,
wrestling heavy
these
styles. They be jumping submissions.
these dudes, yeah. I mean, you can tell he's been working on that. You can tell he's been working on that. He's been putting in the reps
Dustin
in.
Poirier,
He got those long arms. I felt like it's easy for him. That's something he could specialize in. That's something he could
Dustin Poirier
specialize in.
beat Benoit Saint Denis the same way. He kept threatening the Gilly, getting to his feet, and then knocked him out. It seems to be a new thing that's
Nah,
coming.
I felt like he was that fight was different because that shit wasn't really working for him. And every time I felt like he was messing himself over by jumping the Gilly against
Honestly,
against Saint Denis. Anywho, moving
yeah.
on. Moving on to the next fight. Moving on
That's
to the
another
next fight.
topic for another day.
The co-main. We had Kai Kara, Kai Kara France versus
Don't
Steve
blink.
Astro Ursek. Man, bro, this fight I was predicting this fight to be the fight of the night, but man, walk us through this one.
Yo, I mean, typical Kai fashion. You know what I mean? Bruce Buffer announced the fights. They get to it. He walks right up to him. He starts throwing lunging hooks at Steve Ursek. Ursek looks stiff to start the first round, start the fight. He's looking stiff. He's looking slow. Kai comes out guns blazing. He's throwing lunging hooks. He seems to catch him with the last shot of his combo every time. And that's what eventually what got him. You know what I mean? He threw the two-piece lunging hook, caught him with the last one, dropped him, and finished him. Steve Ursek definitely looks slow. He looks slow. He looks stiff to start the fight.
You
Big
could tell
for
that
power.
crowd was getting to him. That home crowd, he probably was not used to it, man.
It
This
got to
guy,
him. It got to him. It got to him for sure because he looks stiff. He looks stiff as a board. Conor McGregor style.
I felt like as the fight picked on, I felt like as the fight kept going, he would have picked up. He would have picked up his pace, and he would have been good coming in the later rounds, especially once he picked up once he got over those jitters, man. But that first round was tough, man. This dude Kai Kara is just a straight beast.
Yeah.
He got power for that division, bro. 11 first
11
round,
first round knockouts at
11 first
145
round
pounds.
knockouts. That's at that weight, bro. He has a win over Askarov. He has
Yeah,
a win
bro.
over Askarov, bro. That's
That's
no one can say that. No one
he's
can
the
say that. He's
first
very
person to
consistent.
beat Askarov. The only person to beat him.
But moving on, man. Moving on to the main event,
No, no, no,
bro.
no, 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 no. We don't gotta move on to this. Chill out, chill out. Chill out, chill out.
Bro, you gotta
This is
accept
my
it, man.
bag.
You gotta accept it, bro. You gotta accept it. Listen, man. It's all right. It's all right. Father time gets to all of us, man. And at the top of the game, man, it's a game of
Try your
inches.
best, but you don't
It's a game of
succeed.
inches. But you know what? Let's break down this fight, man. The main event. We got Drika still knocks Duplessis versus Israel, the last style bender. Adesanya.
Yes, sir.
Walk
Yo,
us through
honestly,
this one, man. Walk us through this one.
first round, Izzy comes out. He's looking sharp. He's feigning. He's landing the jab. He's landing the leg kicks. He looked good in the first round. And one of the judges gave Drickus the first round, which I felt like Izzy was in control in the first round. Izzy looked sharp in the first round. The lead uppercut was working all fight. Drickus, Drickus, it's a weird thing because every time Izzy was a little bit ahead in the striking in the first round, but Drickus would always answer back heavy. Always answer back heavy, no matter what. He would throw something, always throwing volume to keep himself in the fight. He's a goer. Drickus is a goer, man. He's not like a technician. He just goes. He's throwing volume. And it worked. The pressure got to Izzy. We go into round two. Drickus gets 3 takedowns out of 5. He's controlling Izzy. He had a submission attempt on Izzy. He's trying to beat Izzy up on the ground, rough him up. Izzy works his way up. The striking again, round two, Izzy's slightly up on the striking, but Drickus is always answering back everything Izzy's throwing. Whether he throws the lead uppercut with the right hand, Drickus comes back with the lunging hooks and the leg kick at the end or the body kick at the end of the combo. He's always answering back with combinations. That's what keeps Drickus in these fights. People are like, oh, he's not the best technical. Oh, it looks weird. But he's throwing heat at all times. He's always answering. He doesn't let anything go unchecked. You throw something at him, he gets it back. You try to shoot a takedown on him, he gets the takedown. Drickus is a dog, man. He's a dog. And then we go to the third round again with the same thing. Izzy's landing good jabs. He's landing the good lead uppercut. He's piecing up his body in the third round. Piecing up his body in the third round. Izzy looked like he was about to take over the fight. He won the third round clearly. He was landing a lot of body shots. He was landing the jab. He was kicking his legs. He was stuffing takedowns. And then we go to the fourth, and literally Izzy looked like he's starting to gas. He's starting to fade. And then literally a minute later, Dricus lands a left hook. Izzy turns his back. This man's been in like hundreds of fights. He turns his back after getting stunned, which you know you're not supposed to do. And then Dricus just follows up with more punches, dumps him on his back, and chokes him out. He literally did not fight the hands at all. Izzy didn't fight his hands at all. He gets the choke and he taps. That finishing sequence was just so surreal. It felt so weird. What are your thoughts on that finishing sequence?
I was just he did give up, man. I feel like he got gas, man. He wasn't. It's been a while since he's been in there. It's been a year since and he hasn't taken a long time off in a while. So I felt like he was building up to it, but then he just didn't have the gas, man. He wasn't used to that pressure. And to be fair, DDP does put that pressure on you, man. He was putting it on him that whole fight, bro. The whole fight from the first round all the way to the fourth, man. He kept that same pressure, man. He pretty much put the same pace like he put on Sean Strickland, but I guess he just got to him, man. He was wrestling heavy. Felt like in the stand up, Izzy was doing his thing. It was just his kick game is up there, bro. People sleep on it. I seen him practicing a lot of that low leg kick in those embedded videos and the countdowns and stuff like that. You could see he was working on that, and he used it this fight, man. He put in that work.
A lot of his combinations ended with like a lead leg kick to the head or to the body or to the leg.
But did you really predict him to submit Izzy like that? To see Izzy go out like that? That was
I
tough,
didn't
man.
I didn't see that at all. I thought Izzy was gonna TKO him in the first two rounds. I felt like Dricus's footwork, he's too slow, he's too sloppy. But what we learned about Dricus is he is slow, he is a little sloppy, but the hands is here at all times. You can't hit the kid clean. He walks through everything. He has power wrestling. He gets the double. He has the power double. He got the power single. He threatens submissions. He fights you in a complete way. He's not just striking with you. He's not just jits. It's not just wrestling. He's mixing everything. If he takes you down, he goes for a submission. If you're striking on the feet and you're just punching, he starts throwing kicks. He'll try to clinch up with you. He'll try to make it dirty. He's a lot, you know what I mean? Like he's a sloppy version of GSP. He's a lot like GSP though. He fights you everywhere. Wherever he feels like he has the advantage, that's where he takes the fight. People need to stop
Yeah, he's
sleeping on him.
he's an all rounder, man. He's an all rounder. He looks like a 185 Bilal in a sense, but he's definitely more. He definitely got better striking than Bilal, but I don't know, man. But
He's
Bilal's another
more of a
topic. We'll save that
powerhouse.
for
He's
that.
more of a powerhouse. Drake is the he's out. He's so physical, man. He just I mean
Got that
so
different.
he
He got
gets
that
it.
different style. He
He's
got
so
that unique
physical. He
style, bro.
just
Dude's
gets
not
in his
used to it.
dude's face, and he puts that crazy pressure on him. He puts that physicality
Yeah,
on him. It's just a crazy style.
he's also a tank, bro. He could take a hit, bro.
That's
You saw his
exactly the
face after
thing.
the fight.
Yeah.
I felt like if this fight went to a decision, bro, he probably would have lost, but he got that finish, bro. He got
No,
that
he was
finish.
up 2-1. He was up 2-1 on two scorecards, and Izzy was up 2-1
I'm
on two.
not gonna lie. I had Izzy up 2-1 going into the fourth,
I thought
but
Izzy won the first.
close rounds.
One of
Those were
the
close
judges,
rounds, man. Both
one of
rounds
the
that Izzy
judges
were close, in my opinion.
One of the judges on the one of the cards where Dricus was up 2-1, one of the judges gave the first round to Izzy. And he was the only judge. I mean, one of the first round to Dricus. And he was the only judge to give the first round to Dricus. I felt like Izzy won 1 and 3 as well, but on the cards he was down. So the way that
Yeah,
fight was going, it kind of looked like no matter what happened, Dricus was about to win that fight, which is crazy to think about. Crazy to think about.
bro. Duplessis, man, he's here, bro. He's here to stay.
Yes, sir.
He's here to stay. He's here to
Best
stay, man.
middleweight in the game. Best
Yeah,
middleweight
yo,
in the game. He's proved it.
gotta
Finished
watch out,
Rob.
man. Gotta
He
watch
finished
out,
Rob. He finished Izzy, and he beat Sean by decision. Those are the three horsemen.
bro.
Those are the three horsemen. He got all three of them.
Convincingly. Now he's just gonna.
Nah, Sean
Now
was
he's gonna kind
Sean
of.
was
He's gonna have a
nasty.
long. Actually, Sean is next.
Sean, they got to run that shit back.
Sean was like, "Listen, I got the Dutch man."
It could have went either way. It could have. I'm not mad. Drickus got that nod, but it could have went either way. Sean and Drickus have proven
But
that
the
they're the
fight.
top two at middleweight.
I think Sean and Eric Nick stick together, man. I think they're gonna put a good game plan together. I think they might get the rematch. I think they take the rematch, bro.
I think DDP's he's too
But
hot
I've
right
been betting against DDP since he started, except for when he fought Till. I knew he was gonna kick Till's ass.
Chill out.
But
Chill out. Till put the most hands on DDP, man. Don't do that. My boy Till put the most hands on the chin out of anybody he fought.
but he also got a couple. I think he got a 10-8 round in there too, bro. He
He
lost.
beat the dog
He
shit
might
out of
have
him in the
pulled
first
that
round. Yeah.
before.
He beat the shit out of Darren Till in the first round. That is
But
true.
he weathered the storm. He weathered the storm. I'll give you that. He weathered the storm.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's the whole
Yeah,
card.
that's about wraps it up. That's about wraps it up. That was our reaction to UFC 305 Duplessis versus Adesanya.
It was good to chop it up with y'all. See y'all
Yes,
later.
sir. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe. Do what you got to do.
Yes.
Later.
Peace out.